Hey friends, it's Papa on the Woods here. Gosh, I just got out of bed this morning and haven't felt like doing much for the last couple of days. So I got out today and just decided to go for a drive. So I drove through Pickett State Park and across Parker's Mountain, where I took some pictures off those overlooks and around. And I came on down to Bell Farm, Kentucky, and turned up. And I'm on Rock Creek, south of Bell Farm, going toward the Tennessee state line. And I don't know, I just wanted to see if there's any fall colors remaining up here. It don't look like there's much. I might find something yet. But Rock Creek is just a beautiful place. Spent a lot of time up here growing up and up into my 30s. I mean, and this camping spot right here that I'm parked at, I've spent dozens of nights right here camping. I just love it up here. It's my favorite place in the world, to tell you the truth. I'm gonna go down here and take a picture or two of the creek, and we'll ease on up and see what else we see. Appreciate you following me around, folks. I do. Thanks. Yeah, Hemlock Grove is a big picnic area. And even though you're way away from any population centers whatsoever, even the small town of Stearns, and a lot of this gravel road to get up here, man, this thing's very popular. On weekends especially, a lot of families come up in here and hang out for most of the day and picnic. And it gets used. And back in the day when I was young, they didn't mind you camping in here, but that's changed. And there also used to be a lot of big giant hemlocks in here, but a storm, I don't know, 20 years ago, blew a bunch of them down. All the big huge ones. So it's not what it used to be, but it's still extremely nice place. And for the hikers out there, the Shotoy Trace comes down these mountains from the Peters Mountain Trailhead and joins Rock Creek and heads south. Well, let's go to which way you're going. It comes from the south and heads up the Peters Mountains just across the creek over there. And if you like to play horseshoes, nice horseshoe pits here. Beautiful Hemlock Grove. What a peaceful place. Okay, I'm gonna get back in the old Blazer and head up toward Great Meadow, which is a couple miles up the road. You know, I always wanted to do this. Now, I drove through here in a couple videos years ago and kind of said I would someday, and I guess today someday. But yeah, this is the deer loop, the first loop of the Great Meadow Campgrounds. The other one's just right up the creek there, less than a quarter mile. But as you can see, it's a fee site, but it's cheap. $10 a night for a single, $15 for a double, and it's first come, first served. And these are all nice campsites, big fire pits with grills over the top of them, picnic tables, posts to hang your lanterns and whatever on. Let's take a few shots and head on up to the other one. There's a gentleman camping up here. I don't want to get in his way or film any of his stuff. Got this big, nice grassy area. Heck, it's nicer than my yard. Of course, you got the pit restrooms, and there's a water spigot, one of those, looks like an old-fashioned kind. But years ago, up in these mountains hunting, I found a tank and stuff on the hill where they get their own water from up here. Back in there, like at Hemlock Grove, horseshoe pits. So yeah, beautiful place to camp. And Rock Creek is on the other side of the road, just right over there. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but the U.S. Forest Service takes care of all this and keeps the grass mowed. And since this is Daniel Boone National Forest. Okay. Same setup as the other loop back there. It's deer loop. $10 per night per campsite. $15 for a double campsite. So, and horseshoe pits for those who bring their horseshoes, pit restrooms. Back there's the pay station with the water spigot. And the peacefulness and the calmness is incomparable up in here. I mentioned earlier that the Chateau Trace runs right over there. And actually, you probably can't see it, but there is a sign on the tree right there with a turtle signaling Chateau Trace on it. They run the No Business 100 starting at Pickett State Park all the way through to Blue Heron in Kentucky and back, which is a little over 100 miler. And they run all night. It was just ran about a month ago. And they set up an aid station or a refreshment station for the runners to come over here from the Chateau Trace and rest a minute, get something to eat and drink, and get blisters doctored or whatever ailments they may have. Man, I couldn't imagine walking 100 miles, let alone running it. When I was young, this platform was not here, and this was called the swimming hole. But there's a sign up right now that says no swimming or not suitable for swimming. But I've swam here a bunch of times. There are some old stone walls bordering the stream. And early settlers used to do that to keep the stream at flood stage from coming up and washing the banks out. And taking away their valuable fields that they would need to grow crops or run cattle or whatever they did. A lot of history in these old places. A couple statements I'd like to make about Rock Creek. Rock Creek heads up in the backcountry in Ticket State Park and the headwaters to the creek. And if you have ever came to Big South Fork and hiked the Rock Creek Loop, same Rock Creek. When it gets to the Kentucky state line, upstream where I'm going here in a couple minutes, it is protected by the state of Kentucky as a Kentucky Wild River. And it runs all the way to up Yamacraw from the bridge about a mile. It's a long stream. And one of the most stocked streams in the state of Kentucky with rainbow trout. And I think they're even trying to get a brown trout population to reproduce here because it is a clear, clean stream. And this is the end of the road. Tennessee state line. So this becomes the Big South Fork National River and Recreation Area. And if you go up a few more miles, you'll get into Pickett State Park, where the headwaters of Rock Creek comes from. And the Rock Creek Loop and all that. It's beautiful. Of course, like I said earlier, Chateau Trace is still going up that way. So we're gonna head back down, and I promise not to hop out and yak as much this time. I'm just gonna stop and take pictures to put in. But I've literally spent hundreds and hundreds of nights on the Rock Creek. And I've got so many memories up here of my late father taking us up here when we were kids, and some of the places I stopped, and gosh, I could tell stories about so many of them, but most of them good, but some extremely sad. But yeah, I'll just take some pictures from here on out and zip it. I mean, thanks for listening to me if you've got this far with me. Hey folks, I stopped here at the Middle Creek trailhead where I've ended a lot of my videos here, and just take a break, stretch my legs, and get ready for the probably 40-minute drive on back home. Man, Rock Creek's a beautiful place. I miss it when I haven't been up in there a while, so I had to go back today, and it is just gorgeous. But on the way back, you know, I stopped, took some pictures of some the places I like best on Rock Creek, some of the places I consider the prettiest, and, you know, made my way back down to Bell Farm, turned up Peters Mountain Road, and came on back through Big South Fork to here. So, yeah, sun's riding low, and, you know, time to call it a day, I guess. November 11th, and spent the day outside in a t-shirt. Yeah, just kind of unreal, but anyway, you know, thanks for coming along with me and following along with another little journey of mine. I just needed to get out and see Rock Creek and spend some outdoor time. You know, it worked out pretty well for me, I think. So, like I normally say, you know, as long as you guys keep watching them, I'll keep making them. And I sure appreciate it, you know. So this is Peppa in the Woods. You know, keep coming back. Or I hope you will. See ya.